Hi viewers, I'm Kimberly Woodard with Ebby Holiday Realtors. I've been selling real estate in the DFW area for over 22 years, and today I'm sitting here with Jeff Jannasch. He is the owner and branch manager of Town Square Mortgage. Welcome,
There
Jeff.
we go. All right, thank you. Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to do this.
Yes, well, let's dig right on in and talk about interest rates today.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so back, a couple weeks ago,
Right.
we were all nail biting like, oh my gosh, they're at 8, and we hadn't been writing it. I like seeing an 8 in a long time.
Well, let me just say this: it was making me really nervous too, because I had been making predictions that rates were going to drop, and I knew they were, and I'm like, I know this is going to happen, and then all of a sudden they shot up.
Yes.
So we went from like 7.5% to 8%.
Yes.
This was like 30 days ago, y'all, and all of a sudden our predictions started coming right, which is the market started like realizing, yes, we definitely need to drop rates. We had the 2 days in a row, the biggest drop since the 1980s in the interest rates. So that was amazing to see, exciting. It was like exhale when it happened too. So we're definitely feeling better about ourselves right now.
Yes.
We've landed, our interest rates have landed. We're about 6.99%, give or take, on a 30-year fixed right now. But on some of the 15 years, we're like 6.5%. Or lower on some of those. So it's been pretty exciting.
That is very exciting. I know, again, we had, some people that were really nervous. They were out there trying to buy and it was pricing them out a little bit. But now that they've, come down, I always told everyone what goes up must come down.
Always does. That's exactly right. And, what had happened was the market actually came to a really stop almost for a week or two, because people were just in shock whenever the rates, when they were hearing that rates are in 8s. So we have found, like, this week, the market has picked back up. I know we were talking about that earlier too, but it has picked back up, and I feel like that momentum is going to continue to go forward. But, overall, I think that as a consumer, this is a really good time to buy right now. This is, we've kind of got a little lull here that we can take advantage of.
I would say buyers out there that are sitting, I know it's the holidays, and everyone is in a whole bunch of different directions. But once everyone goes back to, the grind, they're going to be out there buying. So maybe because your competition's out there on vacation, go ahead and snatch up those homes right now, because sellers are still, the ones that are on the market, they're wanting to sell.
Yep.
You're going to have less competition right now versus, I would say, in the next, after the holidays in January.
I think like when March comes, that's when things are going to change. But what was really exciting right now, which you can take advantage of right now, is especially like that 2-1 buy down right now. And so where your rate would, let's say, start at 6.99%, we can do a 2-1 buy down. We have a seller who will pay some of those closing costs, like 2%. And then you could start your rate at 4.99% today for the first year. And probably by the time you're even out of that first year, you're going to be refinancing out of it anyway.
Yep, definitely.
Very exciting.
Definitely. And I think that's one thing that about the refinance is that people forget that, you're buying your home, and you see that interest rate. You're not married to that interest rate. So you can always refinance. And a lot of, a lot of the title companies and with the first year, they're offering rates for those buyers on the refi.
Discounted rates to do that.
To close it. So you're actually going to end up, saving. But the biggest thing, and I think we kind of got away from this logic, is that buying a home is, whatever, price range, it's your stair step.
Right.
So you go in and you're building equity in there. So then eventually you'll sell that one, and then you buy something, then you get to move up, and that's how back in the days with our family, our parents, that's how they did it, and they had a lot higher interest rates. They had double-digit interest rates.
Oh my God, yeah. And they were still buying houses, right? It's like, how's that even possible?
But I don't think people really think of it as that way. They think of it as, they want the immediate
gratification,
gratification. Versus, buy something, if you look at what you're paying for rent, wherever you're renting, and what you could be building equity into something, and how our DFW area, appreciation and the housing market has always been a great housing market here, even when the
best in the country.
Right. Areas of the country that were in years back when we had different things happen in the marketplace.
Right, yeah, a few bad things.
DFW in general was always above.
Most of them were down 30%,
Correct.
22 to 30%. We were only down 8%, which means that we're way ahead of the market.
And it's just because this is an area where people are still moving to. I mean,
right.
They're still coming here.
I heard an amazing stat the other day. This one kind of blew me away, which was if you people who own homes versus people who rent have 38 times more net worth. 38 times.
Yep.
Which means they're building their net worth through their home. Correct. And it takes time. And so when you go, what is my mortgage payment versus what is my renting, you're looking at short term. If you look at long term, that doesn't matter because part of that is going into savings account and also your house is appreciating. So it invests, it's kind of a double investment.
Right. Definitely. I mean, it's your investment and everyone wants an investment.
Right.
So
right. It is the best investment you'll ever have. Yeah. So yeah, it's just right now, it is time to go. We're telling you,
yes.
we can't tell you enough, and we're not trying to sell houses or sell mortgages. We are trying to tell you information that you're going to be coming back and saying, I wish I'd have done it later.
Yeah. I mean, do it now. You know, I always say, whenever I look at something, I don't do it now, I regret it. I will say, you know, we're not going to see those 3% rates ever.
Right.
So don't be waiting for that. But you know, the interest rates right now and the 6, I mean, that's, you know, kind of what's the normal. I mean, when I first bought my house back in 2002, I'm like thinking, it was in the 6s.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the norm. So yeah. We're here to help you. Let us know how we can help you.
Definitely. Well, I think this was a great information. Buyers out there, and if you need to contact Jeff to get yourself pre-approved. Look at, you know, this is the great time to be looking.
Right.
You know, make sure all your finances are in order, and then give me a call. We're ready to go shopping.
Let's go.